So it's a lot cheaper than the Kindle is, and it's actually, the company's trying to market to a broad audience. They're releasing it in 8 different colors, and obviously it looks like a lot like an iPod Nano. So they're trying to go for an audience that's perhaps a little less tech savvy, or doesn't care so much about having an integrated keyboard and rather just likes it to look nice. So on the inside of this thing, we've got a 400 megahertz ARM processor, 1 gig of internal storage, which you can upgrade up to another 4 gigs with the SD card up top. Battery life, you get 8,000 page turns per charge, which translates to around 3 weeks. It's more than what Amazon says they can do. Of course, the amount of time it lasts depends on how much you read. It's PC and Mac compatible. File formats it supports with JPEG, PDF, EPUB, TXT. It's got 8 levels of grayscale, 8 different languages. Also, when you pick it up, it's really clear. It's very, very light. It's made out of plastic. It doesn't have a keyboard at the bottom, so there's less material in here. As far as how sturdy it feels, I would definitely feel comfortable throwing this in a backpack or a computer bag, and we've actually dropped it for testing purposes a few times. It's held up just fine. It's pretty sturdy. I wouldn't want to bang it against a wall or anything, but it seems like it'll hold up just fine. As far as what the device has on it, you've got a USB port, a headphone jack. This isn't the standard size. You're going to need an adapter for most headphones, which is going to come with the device. It's still a little frustrating because you're going to have to carry it around with you if you want to listen to MP3s. The top, you've got a slot for the SD card, your power button, volume control on the side, and then these are 4 navigation buttons. So not too many buttons on it. It's pretty intuitive. The big thing you're going to notice when you start using it is that on the control wheel, it's flush with the rest of or nearly flush with the rest of the case. This is a little weird coming from the Kindle where you've got the giant side buttons. So you're going to have to keep your thumb around here, and you actually have to apply some pressure to get it to click. Here's the back. Note it has a battery door, so you can open this and replace it yourself. Most other ebooks have the battery kind of tied down to the device, and you can't replace it yourself. Alright, so as far as the way it actually works for reading, you hit the left or right arrow buttons to jump between pages. It's pretty intuitive. The page refresh rate's just fine. To jump through menus, you hit the center button right here, or one of the 4 navigation buttons if you want to use shortcuts. And it's got most of the standard features you'd expect. You can bookmark a page, jump to a certain page, jump to the table of contents. Note, this actually has a few typos in the menus. The company's going to have these fixed for release through firmware updates. One thing that this doesn't have is text search. The company actually, Cooler has this ready to go. They're just not happy with the user experience, so they pulled it out at the last minute, and they're going to redeploy it through a firmware update for all of the devices. You can change your font to 3 different fonts or 8 different font sizes. So let's try different font sizes. There we go. Also, if you turn it on your side, this doesn't have an accelerometer in it, but if you hit a button, you can manually adjust it to landscape mode. The arrow keys adjust accordingly. Let's switch it back. All in all, it's a pretty sturdy device. Time will tell how it does. I think one aspect that it's going to have to deal with, the Cooler is launching a ebook site at coolerbooks.com, and you can get discounted prices if you own one of these. It's about 25% off the list price, but compared to what Amazon sells for their Kindle books, which are $10 for New York Times bestsellers, these are actually substantially more expensive. Some of the less popular books are actually cheaper on Cooler Books, but I do think one of the issues the company is going to face is with how expensive the books are right now.